We did Tonka Chuck and Friends, which was for little kids. And then, if you
He's got everything. Check it out.
you got my G.I. Joes. These are prototypes
That's
in
great.
pack.
You can look.
So this is how we used to lay them out in pack before they were even painted.
Wow. That's great.
That's cool.
I love it.
Yeah, I grew up, actually. My grandfather was the CEO and chairman of Tonka Toys for a long time before they sold and moved down.
Down Minnesota. That's awesome.
Yeah. He was Russ Wangster, and he started the yellow dump truck, actually. That was his toy invention. He's in the Toy Maker Hall of Fame for the yellow dump truck.
Wow, Grant.
Yeah, so this whole time
cool.
I've been kind of loving this whole conversation. And
Neil, see, I didn't even know that about him. How cute is that? This even made it more exciting for him. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, right? I'll let you guys get back at it. I just had to talk to him for a second.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you asked. That's wonderful. All right, Neil, so I want to thank you so much for coming on today. I'm so glad I got to meet you face to face. This was so much fun.
There are more Menches to be made.
That's right. Down into your toy shop.
Larry seems like he wants to have a chat.
Larry sure does, doesn't it? All right, so you know what? We're gonna have to. We should talk again when when's that book coming out next year or Passover? Or,
yeah, closer to Hanukkah.
Yeah,
Hanukkah. Do a quick chat. I'm down for it.
Okay, cool, honey. I'll find you next year, but we'll talk in between.
Right.
I gotta send you a little present. I'm sending you some little Hamantaschen for Hanukkah.
All right, I'll send you. I'll send you a Mensch.
No, you don't worry about that. I want to get you some Hamantaschen. All right, honey. I'll check in with you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye. All right, so kosher, not kosher. Yeah. We have cheering at a sports game. Is that kosher or is that not kosher?
Ooh, that got loud. That got really loud. We're going to turn that down. I apologize. You asked me a question right as I got really loud there. What was it?
Okay, you were getting really into it.
I was.
Cheering at a sports game.
Oh, 100% kosher, but don't stand up. So, I'm all about cheering, but I'm not going to have people who get drunk and just stand and scream to stand because you can't go to the game anymore and just watch the game. You've got all these kids my age acting like fools, which, whatever, have a couple beers, but be mindful of the people behind you.
Absolutely.
So cheer, but be respectful of the people behind you.
Okay, that's true. You're absolutely right. That's a good thing.
What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, when I believe the same thing you believe, and actually, John and I, if we go to a game where people do that, he'll literally tell them to sit down.
Good.
I am just so sick of that shit.
It's stadium etiquette.
Right.
Yeah.
So many people do it, and I don't want to even say it's drunk people. I've been to a ton of Gopher games, and the old people will stand up and stand there. I'm like, what are you doing?
Unfortunately,
Rude.
a few people start, then the whole crowd does, then everybody has to.
Well, because you're screwed. It's kind of like a concert, too. When you go, they do that. It's frustrating. I don't like it at all. Okay. When you go to a kid's sports game,
cheering.
Well, I don't want to even say cheering. I want to say the standing up business. That's kind of a different area.
Parents take their kids' sports way too seriously. So I'm going to say, just sit down. When your son's out there doing something, give him a hooray. And when you're done, take the time afterwards. Good job, son. That's all my dad did. You know, I knew he was watching. He never made a peep. Never made a peep. And then after every wrestling match, come down. Nice work. Nice job. You did this.
And you know what? I agree. Because I think that one is probably not kosher. Because I really believe when you go to these games for kids, you should cheer for both teams.
Yep.
Period. I just don't think it's fair. Okay. Using an egg with a blood spot.
Not kosher.
All right, so how do you know that that's not kosher for real?
Well, I just thought that the blood spot meant that there's something developed in it or something, right? That's kind of what I remember learning as a kid, so I would just...
Did your mom teach you that?
At one point in time.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know a non-Jewish person who believes that.
Yeah, my mom was just like...
Your mom must be Jewish.
Yeah, she's a good woman. Like all good Jewish women.
Yeah,
she's
right?
a good woman.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so glad there's some people out there. Thank God. And I'm glad you do that for a man. Usually men don't really give a shit. John doesn't really get it. He doesn't understand that. Washing your hands after handling raw meat.
Absolutely. You have to. You have
Absolutely not kosher, right?
So, wait. Yeah, you
have to wash your hands.
You have to wash your hands.
Yeah.
So I wash my hands after doing a lot of things.
That's
I'm
a
a
good
germaphobe.
thing. Me too. They were showing Matt on the Today Show. He did this thing where he was helping cook in the kitchen, and he was cleaning off some chicken, and then he never washed his hands. And then when they got done with the meal, it was a finger food, and he ate it, and they kept doing a replay on this, and he was like talking about it, going, "Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I did that. That was super fucked up. I can't even believe it."
Yeah.
But he wasn't paying attention. Somebody should have told him.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was funny. Stealing your kids' Halloween candy.
Kosher, because we do this every year at last weekend at deer hunting opener. My cousins who all have kids, they can't give their kids all that candy. That's just too much candy for them. It'll go bad. It's too much sugar for them. So they give them a good chunk of it, and then the rest of it comes up to the deer cabin, and you
eat it all.
We all munch on it when we've got a couple beers in us.
Do they pick out certain ones, or do they let their kids pick out the certain ones, the good ones?
See, yeah.
Or do they do it before the kid gets to it?
I was going to say, if it were me, until my kid realizes what he really likes, I'd pick out what I want. But then when he realizes what he likes, I'd let him or her. You'd have to let them pick it first.
I learned when I would steal that, and then my kid would say to me, "I could have sworn I had a Butterfinger in there."
Butterfingers, is that your favorite? Yes,
that
me too.
Reese's, man. I'm like,
chocolate peanut butter.
Oh my God, I love that. I love it. Love it. Okay, window seat, aisle seat, definitely not middle seat, but which one?
Window every time.
Wow, me too.
Just kind of put the head up on the side. I can control the light because I hate when it's bright, and I can just shut the window.
Absolutely.
People look at you like, I want that natural light, and I'm like, well, you should have got the window seat, buddy.
Exactly.
like.
And I personally think the window seat for exactly the same thing, but I like to never be bothered at all. And for some reason, Big Daddy only likes to sit on the end. But meanwhile, he doesn't like anybody touching him. So he gets knocked all the fucking time by the little cart lady.
Go to the aisle,
pretty messed
or go to the
up.
window like us.
Yeah, so I personally think it's kosher to be at the window seat. I agree with you.
I just bought a pillow on Amazon for window seat purposes. It's not like the one that wraps around your neck for flying, where if you kind of get the limp neck, this one rests on the side of your shoulder that the window seat is on. It cradles your neck, and then it has a pillow that comes up by your ears, so it literally like fits into the wall. You can lean into it with a pillow. It's awesome.
I'm going to show you right after we get done here. I got to show you this picture of, I saw it like it came from China, and it looks like they took those new infinity scarves that they have? Mm-hmm. Okay. So they took a down comforter, a small one, and they made it into an infinity scarf, and you can literally wrap it all the way up here and then totally lean your head like as if you're encased in a blanket. Oh. And I made one because I had this like little extra, little down throw kind of that I didn't know what to do with it, but I bought it because I thought it was so cute.
That's perfect.
It was. All right, one more. No, I'm going to give you two more.
Two more?
Donuts or cupcakes?
Well, if it's a chocolate, hard. See, it's tough because I don't all cupcakes, but they have to be chocolate.
Very good. I agree.
It'd be cupcakes in general, but I do love just a chocolate donut, like a Long John with chocolate frosting.
Do you need the inside with the stuff on the inside?
I don't like the cream on the inside. I'm not a cream.
You can imagine I'm a cream girl.
Yeah, right.
I can't help it. Oh my
Something
gosh.
about being a man, cream inside. Can't do it.
I'm sorry. Really? Aren't you creaming inside?
Well,
you do cream inside.
Maybe that's why. Because I do. I don't need to have extra.
There you go. Okay, good. I like that. And my favorite one of all times, Sean Bernard.
Sean Bernard?
Kosher or not kosher?
He's kosher, of course. He's my boss.
He's way kosher.
Yeah.
That man is totally kosher. Love you, Sean Bernard.
Great man.
Okay, juicy news. I have some very interesting things to talk about today. Not a lot, but just some interesting things. So one thing I was reading about that I never knew, Golda Meir, this tough, energetic, and empathetic and captivating woman, Israel's only prime minister to date, was having these affairs with the president of Israel, Zalman Shazar, who was the president from 63 to 73, and then simultaneously having an affair with Israel's first minister of transportation.
Are we talking Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky? No,
yeah, right? I know. What is this shit? Yeah. And I don't know if you ever...
They're human. That's what it is.
Well, it's true. I was going to say, exactly what I was going to say, is Golda Meir was a very unattractive woman at the age that she was doing that she was prime minister. So it's interesting to me because it clearly tells you that because she was married. I mean, They clearly just are human.
Yeah, I
And
don't agree with cheating or stuff like that, but it's human. People make mistakes. I mean,
and see, and I agree with you, but what's interesting to me is thousands of years ago, no one knew about one person.
That's true.
They did everybody. The Greeks had it going on.
The cell phones and social media.
For sure. Now we got all that.
Everybody knows what everybody's doing.
That's
right?
true. So true. All right. So something very interesting that I had read about was pork is officially off the menu at the U.S. federal prisons. Have you heard about that?
That's unfortunate for them.
Yeah, well, because you would think it's the other white meat, so it would be really a good thing to do. But, okay, so with the start of the new fiscal year for October 1st this year, the 206,000 inmates housed in 122 federal penitentiaries are no longer being served pork. Pork has been the lowest rated food by inmates for several years. Oh, like we give a shit that they're complaining about the meat there.
Right?
You fucking assholes.
Thank you.
God, I can't even believe it. It also became increasingly expensive, which I found very interesting, for the government to purchase pork products for the prisons. Pork products, including rinds and pre-cooked bacon, are still available to inmates, thank God, because then they can eat that kind of shit via the prison, provided that they pay for it. Isn't that crazy? That's weird. I don't get that. So observant Muslims and Jews refrain from eating pork. Yes, we know that. Vegetarian, kosher options are supposed to be made available to inmates. A number of lawsuits have cropped up in recent years over dietary accommodations in prisons. You know what? This I don't understand. How they can... What are they suing? The Jews and the Muslims and vegetarians are suing the prisons.
You got there. Deal with it. Like I'm sorry, but like you put yourself in the prison system. There's no.
I don't get that.
I need this. There's no accommodations.
Don't you have any Rembrandt?
Yeah,
I don't really like this kind of toothpaste.
Exactly.
Really?
Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
You ended up in jail. You made your bed, no lie in it.
I don't get it at all.
Excuse my
So
language.
no, I'm so proud of you. You really said it like it is.
I never swear to. I really try to keep it down.
You don't usually, but it pisses you off. I get it.
Oh, that one just.
The lawsuit was filed by the Justice Department against the Florida Department of Corrections on behalf of 13 inmates.
13.
That's messed up.
There you go.
Florida had canceled its kosher meals in 2007, citing cost as the reason. That's stupid. Okay, anyways. All right, so Howard Stern's daughter, Emily Stern, she's 32. She has barely dated people. She's really
cute?
beautiful. She is beautiful. Allison and Howard made a beautiful daughter. She lives, in the Upper West Side probably because she's just a hoity-toity. Mm-hmm. And her dad lives up there, I know for sure, but she probably is too. But she just hangs with she became very religious and she hangs out with all the orthies and just kind of does her thing. It's very nice. I thought that was really cool to see that. Another great show that I want to tell you about here at Alive and Social is the Great Northern Sex Cast. Longtime radio personality and producer Kelly Guest and her pal, CEO of Fantasy Gifts, Colleen Bertino, present the Great Northern Sex Cast. This show talks about all things sex. Grab your headphones and learn everything you always wanted to know about sex and intimacy, but were always afraid to ask. To hear the latest episode or catch up on what you've missed, visit aliveandsocial.com. And next week, join me for Christy Wesson. She's a local mommy just like me. We're going to talk about a bunch of Thanksgiving bullshit. Can't wait. Remember to check me out on Twitter at Not So Kosher or Not Kosher, whichever one you choose. And check me out on Instagram, Not Kosher TC, Facebook, Not Kosher, and everywhere else in between. And always check me out on aliveandsocial.com. That's the best place to check me out. Be well, my Juniverse, and pray for the world. Be my big daddy.